Alright, what's going on, everybody? Today's video is me talking about SNK vs. Capcom 2. And in the background, of course, as you see, right there, I'm using Geese. I loved playing with the Geese. I love Geese. Like, Fatal Fury was one of my favorite games. It was one of my only games I had on Sega, because Street Fighter hadn't came out yet. And I played a lot of it. I played a whole bunch of it, and I love that boss. So check this out. One cool thing, and I'm grateful that Fight K has the ability to use Fly K, and that, you know, CBS 2 is on it now. One cool thing is that now you get to see all these different play styles with different characters. I knew a lot of different characters, but I didn't exactly know what to do. For instance, Geese, I remember seeing somebody in the arcade use Geese. He would always use that close light kick into heavy kick. No, into heavy punch. Into anything, really. That was the starter. You can chain it in anything. Not really chain, but you have to frame link it. You have to time it. So, it was just awesome to see. And now that the game is back, and I know how to practice correctly, I use a lot of Geese. And he is absolutely fun. But going on about that, now that the game is back, I know how to do things correctly, and I know more about game mechanics. I did lose my ability to roll cancel, which sucks if I'm playing somebody really, really good, but sometimes when some people are really, really good, roll canceling doesn't mean anything. It just means you sit neutral, wait for them to do something, and then stop them with your roll cancel attack. But all in all, it's awesome. It's like the older you get, the better you get at fighting games, because the more you understand from different games. So this guy allowed me to have fun. He allowed me to play with a whole bunch of random characters that I don't normally use and that I'm not too good with. Now, it's kind of bad for the reason why he wasn't too good. That's why I was able to do it. Like, I knew immediately when he had a ratio 3 character in the match before this that I didn't show, that he wasn't going to do too good. If you know the game, you know you should play with 2 ratio 1s and a ratio 2, or just 2 ratio 2s sometimes. But that's doing yourself an injustice. Because some ratio 1s are as strong as a ratio 2, i.e. Blanca and Sagat. But you see me using Geese. Here's some of Geese's top mechanics, top reasons to play with Geese. He does a hell of a lot of guard damage. So he breaks guards easy. He's pretty strong. His command grab is good. Well, he doesn't have a command grab. I'm sorry. His grabs are pretty good. His kick grab. It was the one where he just slammed him right on his head. I imagine that's what he said when he got slammed on his head. But it's cool because it sets you up for really nice Oki. You are like plus a million on wake up. You can basically do anything you want. And then in grooves where you can short hop, you'll see what I do. I learned that from somebody else. And damn, now if I was deep enough, that would have comboed. But I wasn't deep enough. He still fell for it though, because he was kind of mixed up. He thought I was on the other side still. And there's also a nasty mix-up where Geese, if he throws you in the corner with that move, he can jump in with a jump kick and then land on the other side. And in this game, it's not a game where you can jump in the corner like that. But I played a couple of other people other than Geese against this guy, and I teabagged, which is shameful. I think it's because I got 555, but it's shameful. I shouldn't have did that.
I know that you'll be back.
And I was back.
This is the first.
Who do I pick? Do I pick A-Groove? No, I pick A-Groove. Yes, I did pick A-Groove. I probably pick Akuma, because I like doing Akuma's A-Groove combo. I'll pick Maki. Maki, Ken, and Bison, because I like painting fits, yep. So here's one cool thing. Coming back, I got to see a whole bunch of different play styles from a whole bunch of different people. And I saw one guy's Maki, and it really got me into how to use Maki. Now there's YouTube as well. So tech is all over, and it kind of gives you, ideas of where to start. Since that happened, it caused me to have a Maki, and I like using her a lot. She's actually pretty viable. She's pretty nasty too. Characters that have really high jumps like that seem to be really good because they can avoid attacks, and they're difficult to anti-air sometimes in this game. But the anti-air game is way better than Street Fighter 5. Yeah, he takes out my Maki, but it isn't until the second person. You see how I'm a ratio 1 character and I'm putting in all this work? The only bad part is my defense is bad. The only bad part. Other than that, your character's still the same. Just damage and defense are the main factors that are affected. Get that skeet on his hands. Okay, neutral. Watch your toes. See, he doesn't know what to do. He could have just pressed hard punch and anti-aired me. That's all he had to do. And then honestly, if I just played neutral, I would have beat him. And this is where I mess up. That was a perfect setup. Right here, that's where I messed up. I should have did a heavy attack into the super and help break his guard, but it's also a frame trap as well. It just depends on the distance you're at. If you're at the right distance, you can catch him with a throw afterwards. And I messed that up. That was a drop command. I was trying to do this. That's a pimp slap kick. We used to love that kick. So here, after this, I got the knack to play Maki. And let me tell you something, my Maki destroyed him. Granted, he's not the best. He wasn't like, super good. But my Maki put in work. And I'll explain everything that's going on as I'm watching right now. Oh, I picked Vice. Okay, let me tell you about Vice. I feel like Vice is like an Akuma. Meaning she's a glass cannon. She has a great rush down. She can mess you up pretty bad if you're not careful. I don't think you should be defending with her at all. I think you should always go in. Especially if you know how to roll cancel. That shoulder right there is godlike. They should not be throwing anything. So one cool thing is, I don't get to do it though. One cool thing is her command grabs. The command grabs set you up nicely. You can send somebody to the corner really easy with it and continue the pressure. The only bad part is, she doesn't have any fireballs. And her defense and health are weak, of course. But she's still a good character in my opinion. I ended up losing. I forgot how to do her, some of her command grabs. Because it's different than in the SNK games. Now watch this ass whooping. Bam, bam, Oki. Her Oki is godlike. Her mix is godlike. And that's another thing too. Back in the day, I didn't know how to use her. But at the same time, I didn't understand mix, didn't understand pressure, and Oki and stuff like that. Right there is Sofo special, or probably there's other people like too, but empty jump into he mashed that. Empty jump into super. Empty short hop, really. That's what I like doing. Because they're on their toes. Most people are on their toes. If you time it correctly, like it's your Oki, to where you do something like a jumping heavy, then that's where they should be scared. Because if they press something to try to stop you out your jump, they end up getting blown up. And right there, you saw where he did the super, and I didn't punish him for it. I didn't realize he was invincible throughout the whole thing, so I wasn't able to throw him. And I tried to throw him right there. Oh, I ended up beating him. Okay, I remember this. Beautiful. I love it. He doesn't know where to block. Get out the corner. And she's so fast too, she can get to you in a second. What's really cool is I could have jumped on the wall, dropped, and landed in the corner. I don't know why he played Rugal. Like, Rugal's kind of, he's a tricky person to use. There's not too many people that I know that I've seen use him. There was one guy in the arcade that used him, but he played a lot of neutral, and his confirms were crispy. So that's why his Rugal was straight. Oh, so I was mad that I didn't get to play with Raiden, but I picked Raiden. So this time, I ended up playing with Raiden first. And Raiden is a pretty cool character. He was pretty fun. The only problem was he was stubby as heck. He had tools to fix that though, which was awesome. But his normals were stubby as heck. He had a drop kick that could whiff punish people pretty nicely, and it worked like a Balrog's tap, like the boxer's tap. The longer you held it, the faster it was, and the further it traveled. And he also had a move where he was invincible on startup, and he charged at you. Watch, I'll do it. This is shoulder.
This battle is about to explode.
So one thing I didn't like is you couldn't combo after his light. You couldn't connect him to a special after his crouching light kick, and his buttons were stubby. So the only thing you can do was light punch really into a special move, or do a close special. I'm sorry, do a close normal into special. Because everything else he has kind of sucks. And he's super stubby. Like, all you see is stomach when you fight against him. Oh, that move. But it didn't matter because he had that move. That spit was godlike. He had hella advantage after it. They would... Not only was it hella active and it stayed out for a while, so they can run into it on accident, but as soon as they block it, you recover, but they hold that block stun. And it has deceptive range. Okay, so look at this. Look at the life lead he has. It's because you get 30% extra damage when you have K groove and your bar's full. And look at that, instant level 3. Out of there. That's a ratio 2 character he used too. But Raiden's kind of strong. He has a nice health and defense. So. Spit on this man. Spit is a good anti-air too. The only bad part was right there. You can duck it. And you can get through it sometimes doing that. See how cheap that is? Drop the combo. It's a backwards uppercut move. It's a backwards DP move.
Live and let die. Fight.
I actually like Ryo in here. I do forget how to connect his supers into his lights. I forgot the man. Wow. I forgot how to do it. Really? Because it's either 2 light punches and a kick, or a light kick, light punch, light kick, and you have to crouch some of them. I can't remember. I do it. I've done it before. And my homeboy used to use Ryo a little bit just for fun, so I used him too, of course. But it didn't stick with me. Who did I use? Oh, Team Shadow. Check this out. I used to play this team just to test people and see how good they were. Just simple, basic mechanics, basic mix-ups in the game with Shadow pressure. What I love to do is pressure with lights. Go in pressuring with crouching lights, and then do a short jump. Like I do stagger pressure, where I like run up, light punch, run up, crouching light punch, run up, crouching light punch, stuff like that. Then do that. Then short hop, but I'm not too fast now. I can't do it as fast as I used to. And don't you ever get close to Akuma when he has level 3. Especially on Wake Up, he will demon you. This man is getting blown up.
This battle is about to explode.
True love making, get that ass whooped. And this is where Akuma's dive kick was actually usable, man. It was actually fun. Actually, in all the older games, his dive kick was fun. But now in Street Fighter, they just turn normals and everything into shit. Now, the reason I stopped was because I was scared of that level 3. And I get too happy right here. You don't ever throw 3 fireballs in a row like that. You throw 2 fireballs and you think about it afterwards. Because then they'll expect the next one, and then you're so negative that they're able to jump in on you. But people who know zoning, especially the Sagat players in Street Fighter 5, are really good at making the correct selections in those situations. That was the input there. Sometimes with Ryu, when I'm trying to rush in, I'll hold forward and I'll end up getting that move. I'm thinking I do that and I mess up right here. Boy, get that shit out of my face. What the I do? Now you see that? The genocide cutter? We call that the pimp kick. We called his jumping heavy that you just saw. We call that the pimp kick because it comes at you like this. It's like. That was before foot dive. And that's also a pimp kick too, because he's got so much swag with that arc. And he's like, but Rugal, I don't know. He was good. He was just hard to use. That was the input there. That was negative edge on the at effect. See, he doesn't really have any good things to get you off, except for the uppercut. His normals are they have a lot of startup. Like his, and they're weird. Like, I don't know. You'll see. He uses them a bit more later on. And I actually get hit by it and they hurt. His crouching heavy punch hurts. And then his normal combo, B&B, jump kick, heavy kick, into that gigaton press, whatever. That shit hurts. That shit does a lot. And then if it doesn't hurt enough, you can do a super after it. You can do genocide cutter super. Oh, this is the last match. Good. Okay. Woo. Check this out. Iori is nice in this bitch. His hitbox is deceptively large. He has range. Don't be fooled. He will break your guard, especially with roll cancel too. Basically what happens is he has that Rekka move. You get scared to press anything through the Rekka, or you get scared to like avoid it sometimes, because he can actually go through stuff doing the Rekka if you roll cancel it. So not only are you getting pressured, like if you can block it, but it also goes through your attacks if somebody's timing it correctly with the roll cancel. Man, I was trying to figure out what this guy was doing. Like he wasn't. It was like he was struggling. Like, please run into it.
This battle is about to
He beats my opinion. That right there. And it was that damn issue of one character jumping higher than the other. I don't know what to do about that still. I think I shouldn't even try to challenge him in jumps if I fight against somebody who jumps higher than my character. That seems like the best thing to do. And then if they do jump, try to anti-air him to the best of my ability. That's why it was so good, because you can do that block string. And that was his guard gauge right there. If I had it was messing up right here. The game I had with this guy was pretty nice, even though we both on Wi-Fi. It wasn't too laggy until the end, and it may have been because he was trying to press something through it. He gave up right there. He was trying to press something through it, or it was just like giving up. It was just laggy. I still think this is one of the coldest iterations of Iori. I was surprised. I thought I was gonna get hit by that. I'm not surprised he got hit by that. So this is where I should have started my pressure. I fucked up that cross up right there. That was a nice anti-air on his behalf. That was the best thing he probably did all night. So it was laggy as heck. What happened, I had plenty of opportunities to do paint defense, but I couldn't because it was just too laggy. Right. Like right here. Right here. Paint defense. Another time, right here. Paint defense. Paint defense right there. It was too laggy, wouldn't activate. So then I just thought to myself, well, I won't be able to paint defense. Let me just probably raw activate. And I just dropped it because it was kind of laggy. I forgot how it went. Oh, duh. And you see, that was one of the things with a high jump. Because he tried to challenge me, he ended up getting hit. But thanks for watching. I just wanted to commentate on this because I love SNK versus Capcom. And I hope they continue it. And I hope the next one they make is as good as this.